Haven't a worry, haven't a care. Feel like a feather that's floating on air. Just feeling ready for love. Jump on in, the water's fun. Soon the church bells will be ringing, and March is flying high. Now the church bells will be ringing, with the hey, nani, nani, na, ha, cha, cha. Hi, diddle, diddle, my name's the day. Ask me a riddle, and what you say? Just fiddle and ready for love.
Yeah, Lina, you look pretty good for a girl.
For heaven's sake, what's the idea? Singing a song at my opening? And can't the girl get a word in edgewise? Then my public too!
Lina, the publicity department decided it'd be better if Dawn made all the speeches for the team.
Why?
Let's just say with a voice like yours, it's a good thing movies are silent.
What's wrong with my voice?
Lina, you're a beautiful woman, and the audience thinks you've got a voice to match.
What's wrong with the way I talk? What's the big idea? Am I dumb or something?
No, it's just that Dawn has so much more experience.
Next time write me a speech. I can memorize it.
Sure, why don't you go out right now and recite the Gettysburg Address? What?
Why do I care what Gettysburg lives? Donnie, how can you let them talk to me like that? Yeah, you're fancy.
My fiance, Lina, you've been reading the fan magazines again. You shouldn't believe all the banana oil the columnists dish out. There's been nothing in between us. There's never been. Just air.
Oh, you don't mean that. Come on, Donnie, we'll be late for Mr. Simpson's party.
Miss Lamont, we're taking separate cars to break up the mobs.
Oh, ta-ta, Donnie. See you there.
To Lina, see you there.
Hurry up, Dawn. Got a lot of press waiting.
All this cooked up romance cost milk just for publicity.
Price of fame, Don. You've got the gourd, gotta take the heartache, so go with it. Let's get out of here.
I think I'd rather walk. I could use the fresh air.
Are you kidding? The fans will mob you.
And do me a favor. See this nice cashmere coat and hat. Put them on. Step into my limo. You're John Lockwood.
Sure, why not?
Thanks, Cos. See you at the party.
Pardon me, you look familiar. Aren't you Dawn Lockwood?
And it's funny you say that. I'm often mistaken for him. Actually, no. I'm just your average, everyday citizen waiting for the trolley queue with my
Hey, what are you doing?
Nothing. Just do me a favor. They're after me.
I'm going to call the police.
Don't worry, I'm not a criminal.
I don't care who you are, just go away.
No, let me explain.
You are a criminal. I've seen that face in place. You're a famous gangster. I've seen your picture in the paper or at the post office with the lucky numbers in your chest. Officer! Officer!
Yes, ma'am? Anything wrong?
This man,
Oh, why, it's Don Lockwood.
John Lockwood?
Out for a stroll?
Actually, yes.
You sure are a lucky lady. Good night, Mr. Lockwood.
Good night. And mum's the word. Well, thanks for saving my life. I'd very much like to know whose hospitality I'm enjoying.
Selden. Kathy Selden.
Enchanted, Miss Selden. Sorry I frightened you. I was getting just a little too much love from my adoring fans.
I knew I'd seen you.
Of course. Which of my pictures have you seen?
I don't remember. I saw one once. If you've seen one, you've seen them all.
Well, thank you.
No offense, but the personalities on screen don't impress me. I mean, they don't even speak. They just make a lot of dumb faces. Well, you know.
You mean like what I do?
Well, yes.
And what's your lofty ambition? Like that lets you sneer at my humble profession.
I'm an actress.
What?
On the stage.
Oh, I'd like to see you act.
Well, I'm not in a play right now, but I will be. I'm going to New York and...
New York, and we'll all hear you someday, won't we? Kathy Selden, as Juliet, as Lady Macbeth, as King Lear. You have to wear a beard for that.
Oh, you can laugh if you want to, but at least the stage is a dignified and honorable profession. You're nothing but a shadow on film. You're not flesh and blood.
Are you Don Lockwood? Look, it's Don Lockwood.
Come on, kids, give me a break. Farewell at the Ware Martin. Come on, kids, please, give me a break.
Oh, Mr. Brown, could you really get me in the movies?
I should think so.
Really?
There are ways.
Oh, what would I have to do?
Well, it's simple. Meet me Saturday afternoon in front of the Lowe's Theater. I'll take you in, unless if there's something playing I've already seen before, in which case you're on your own.
Oh, so's your Aunt Tilly.
Thanks, everyone. Hi, Papa.
Don, I thought you were coming. What happened to your sleeve?
Oh, just my fans wanting a piece of Don Lockwood. Look, Cosmo, am I a good actor?
As long as I've worked in Monumental, you're the greatest of them all.
No kidding, Cosmo. You're my pal. You can tell me.
What's the matter with you? Of course you're good.
Well, just keep telling me from time to time. I feel a little shaken.
Dawn!
Hello, Laura.
There you are, Dawn. You haven't been. I was lonely.
Hello, Lina.
Listen, there's a man been coming to my office for months. He claims he can make talking pictures.
Why would you want a picture to talk?
Well, the Warner Brothers are making a whole talking picture. They're calling it The Jazz Singer. Will never amount to a thing.
That's what they said about the horseless carriage.
Oh, here you go, Dora.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here to honor the two brightest stars in Monumental Picture Stable, Don Lockwood and Lina Lamont. It's for you two, a very special cake full of delicious surprises.
All I do is dream of you the whole night through. With the dawn, I still go on dreaming of you. You're every thought, you're everything, you're every song I ever sing. Summer, winter,
stage. She couldn't learn anything from the movies.
Here's one thing I've learned from the movies.
Oh, Lina, I'm sorry.
Gee, I'm sorry. I didn't mean...
No, she was aiming at me.
Lina, you've never looked lovelier.
Let me out or I'll kill her!
Lina, it was just a mistake, a little accident.
Sure, it happens to me 5 or 6 times a day.
Oh!
Where'd she go? Did you see one of those performers rush by?
Yeah, I saw both at the door. I'm rather in a hurry.
This is Dora Bailey with the Hollywood Buzz. Warner Brothers' first talking tour that jazz singers and box office bofa. Meanwhile, Monumental Pictures announces a new Lockwood and Lamont film, The Dueling Cavalier. It's bringing into theaters soon. I'm Dora Bailey, and that's the Buzz.
Enter the star.
Count Pierre Dubatai, better known as the Dueling Cavalier.
Why bother to shoot this picture? Why didn't you just release the last one under a new title? If you've seen one, you've seen them all.
Why'd you say that?
Say what?
That's what that Kathy Selman said to me that night.
3 weeks ago, and you're still thinking about it?
I can't get her out of my mind.
How could you? She was the first dame who hasn't fallen for your line since you were 4.
She's on my conscience.
It's not your fault she lost a job at Coconut Grove.
I gotta find her.
Well, you've been trying, haven't you?
All right, guys, put that stuff over there and get those lights wired and set.
Come on now, Dawn, snap out. You can't let a little like this get you down. What? You're not Lockwood, aren't you? And Don Lockwood's an actor, isn't he? Well, what's the first thing an actor learns? Hey guys, what's the first thing an actor learns?
The show must go on.
Exactly! Come rain, come shine, come sleet, come snow. The show must go on, right?
Right.
Make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh. Don't you know everyone wants to laugh? That's a beat an actor, my son.
But be a comical one, they'll be standing in line for those old honky-tonk monkey shines. Now you can study Shakespeare and be quiet to leave, or you can charm the critics and have nothing to eat. Just slip on a banana peel, the world at your feet. Make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh.
Make 'em laugh. Don't you know everyone wants to laugh?
My grandpa said go on and tell him a joke, but give it plenty of hope. Make 'em roar, make 'em scream, take a fall, bust a wall, split a seam. You start off by pretending you're a dancer with grace. You wiggle till they're giggling all over the place, and then you get it right because they're pie in the face. Make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh. then everybody was a dope.
You look beautiful. Yes, you look great. Let's get off to the set.
Don, I looked for you the other night at Wally Ray's party. Where were you?
I've been busy.
And I know what you've been busy at, looking for that girl.
As a matter of fact, yes.
Why?
I've been worried about her.
You should have been worried about me a little. I'm the one who got whipped cream in my kisser.
Yes, but she lost her job. And you didn't.
You got to and she did. I arranged it.
What?
They weren't going to fire her, so I called them up and told them they better.
Why you?
Stop the chit-chat, you lovebirds. Let's shoot this first scene. Quiet on the set.
Quiet on the set.
Quiet on the set. Quiet on the set. Roll film.
Rolling.
Rolling. Rolling. Don, cross her. Cross her. You love her. Act with their eyes. Bigger eyes. You love her. Let's see it. Hold it, Dexter. Hold it. Cut.
Cut.
Cut. Cut. Tell them to go home. We're shutting down for a few weeks. Shutting down?
What's the matter, Aura?
The jazz singer. That's the matter. It's a sensation. The public is screaming for more.
More what?
Talking pictures. Talking pictures. Oh, that's just a freak. We should have such a freak in the studio. Dexter, we have to put our best foot forward. We're going to make the Dylan Cavalier a talking picture. But we don't know anything about talking pictures. Don, believe me, it'll be a sensation. Lamont and Lockwood. They talk.
Well, of course we talk. Doesn't everybody?
Lina, your talk rate brings back the silent picture.
Warner Brothers, watch out. Monumental Pictures will soon be making musical movies and motion picture history. You heard him, everyone. Go home. We'll let you know when we're ready to start up. For your time, Kathy, I'd like to meet your sister. How do you do? I gather you're a very talented young lady. Thank you. Kathy, I'd like to sing for Mr. Simpson. Now, if that's all right with you. Sure, I'd love to. Hey, Cosmo, can you play a quick audition?
I don't know a quick audition. Can you hum it for me?
Do you know you are my lucky star?
What key?
E flat. I searched for starlit sky so bright. In my imagination, there I saw you in the night. You are my lucky star. I saw you from afar. Two lovely eyes and we were gleaming. I was starstruck. You're my lucky charms. I'm here in your arms. You've opened heaven's portal here on earth for this poor mortal. You, my
Bravo.
Don, you know this young lady?
That's Kathy Selden.
I'm thinking of casting her as the kid's sister in our next picture.
That's terrific.
Well, before Mr. Lockwood refreshes your memory, you might as well know that I'm the girl who hit Miss Lamont with the cape. Believe me, it was meant for Mr. Lockwood. I'm sorry, Dexter. I should have told you about it. Thanks anyway, Mr. Simpson. Goodbye.
Just a second, Miss Selden. Aura,
Well, if having Miss Selden around makes you and Lina unhappy,
unhappy? I think it's wonderful.
He's been looking for her for weeks.
are you speaking for Lina too?
No, Aura. The owner of the Coconut Grove may do what Lina tells him to. But you're the head of this studio.
Yes, I'm the head of the studio. She's hired, but don't let Lina know she's on the line. Now that it's all settled, take care of it, Dexter.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Simpson.
Glad to turn up, Kathy. We was looking inside every cake in town.
Thanks, Cosmo.
Taxi.
got their New York office on it. I remember you said that the New York stage was clamoring for you.
A slight exaggeration. I was clamoring for the New York stage. I started out from New York, then the talkies came.
No, up to now, I haven't thought much of the talkies. But if that's what brought you here, it's the greatest invention since the wheel. Miss Selden, will you join me for lunch?
Sure, but don't you usually share a pheasant at lunch with Miss Lamont?
No, Kathy. All that stuff about Lamont and me is sheer publicity.
Well, you do achieve a kind of intimacy in all your pictures that would lead one to believe.
All my pictures,
Now that I think of it, I've seen 8 or 9 of them.
but I still insist. If you've seen one, you've seen them all.
I did say some awful things that night, didn't I?
I deserve them. Of course, I was so upset by then that I haven't been able to think of anything but you ever since. Kathy, I seen you now that Kathy, I'm trying to say something to you, but I'm such a ham. I just can't do it without the proper setting.
What do you mean?
Wait a second. Music. Beautiful sunset. Colored lights in a garden. A lady standing on her balcony, and a rose trellis bower, flooded with moonlight. You look lovely in the moonlight, Kathy.
Now that you have the proper setting, can you say it?
I'll try. Life was a song, you came along. I will ring the whole night. If I but dare to think you cared, this is what I'd say to you. You were meant for me, and I was meant for you. Nature Hiya, Cosmo.
Hello, Dawn, boys and girls.
Shall I continue?
Oh, yes, go ahead. Don't mind him.
Mr. Lockwood, repeat after me. Sinful Caesar sipped his snifter, seized his knees and sneezed.
Sinful Caesar snipped his snifter.
No, sipped his snifter.
Sipped his snifter.
Oh, thank you. Sinful Caesar sipped his snifter, seized his knees, and sneezed.
Marvelous.
Marvelous, do another one.
Repeat after me. Moses supposes his toes are roses, but Moses supposes erroneously. Moses, he knows his toes aren't roses, as Moses supposes his toes to be.
Moses supposes his toes are roses, but Moses supposes erroneously.
For Moses, he knows his toes aren't roses, as Moses supposes his toes to be.
Moses supposes his toes are roses, but Moses supposes erroneously.
A mose is a mose.
A rose is a rose.
A toes is a toes.
Hoop-de-doodle-doodle. Moses supposes his toes are roses, but Moses supposes erroneously. Moses, he knows his toes aren't roses, as Moses supposes his toes to be.
Marvelous. Now split it half and follow along.
But I told you I can't do a love scene with a tree!
All right.
It looks like we're gonna be stuck here forever until Lina speaks more euphoniously.
Lina, look at the flower in your dress. The microphone is there, and all you have to do is talk into it, okay?
Okay.
Okay, quiet on the set.
Quiet on set.
Quiet on the set. Lights, roll 'em.
Oh, PA, you shouldn't have come. You're flirting with danger, you.
What's that noise? The mic's picking up her heartbeat. Swell, that's just swell.
Cut! The addiction is flipping. The flickers and gone is the silence I want you to be. Will you knock it off? Jeez.
Now, the mic's on your shoulder. All you have to do is talking to it. That's it. Now don't make any sudden jerky movements or you might just kidnap the mic, okay?
Okay.
Okay, quiet.
Quiet.
Quiet. Lights, roll 'em.
Oh, PA, you shouldn't have come. You're flirting with danger, you.
What's this wire doing here? This is dangerous.
Oh, hot dang it, cut!
pictures like the jazz singer.
Did someone get paid to write that dialogue and that voice? Oh, Pierre, you shouldn't have come. I can't stand him.
We're ruined. We're all ruined.
Can't release this picture.
We got to. We're booked open in 6 weeks all over the country. But maybe we'll get by. Lockwood and Lamont are such big stars.
I never want to see that Lockwood and Lamont again. That was just awful. This is the worst picture ever made.
I liked it!
No, there's no use kidding myself. Once they release the Dueling Cavalier, Lockwood and Lamont are through.
Well, things went wrong with the sound if you just kept the Technicolor channel.
No, it wasn't that. Everything you said about me was true. No kidding. Cosmo, did you ever see anything as idiotic as me on that screen tonight?
Yeah, how about Lina?
I can't stand it. Dawn, you're not through.
Why, of course not. But with your looks and figures, you can drive nice wires or shine shoes,
Block hats,
sell pencils,
dig ditches.
or worse, go back to vaudeville. Bit as a fiddle, ready for love. Pack jump over, move up. Knows when I'm ready for love.
Too bad I didn't do that in the Dueling Cavalier. They might have liked it.
Well, why don't you?
What?
Make a musical.
Sure, a musical picture. Wait a second. Why don't you turn the Dueling Cavalier into a musical?
That's impossible.
Why, you've got 6 weeks before it's released,
Well, sure. Add some songs and dances, turn the bad scenes, add a couple new ones.
and you got it.
Yeah, but do you think I could do it?
Of course you can do it.
It's a cinch.
Well, if we can pull this off, this day will go down in history for me. March 23rd.
Oh, no, your historic day is not the 23rd, it's the 24th.
What do you mean the 24th?
It's 1:30 already. It's morning.
And what a lovely morning. Good morning.
Good morning. We talked the whole night through.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. It's great to stay up late. Good morning. Good morning to you.
When the band began to play, the stars were shining bright.
Now the milkman's on his way. It's late to say goodnight. So good morning. Good morning. Sunbeams will soon shine through. Good morning. Good morning to you.
And you, and you, and you. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, the whole night through. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Nothing could be better than to be in Louisiana.
In the morning, it's great to stay up late in the morning. Good morning to you.
Mississippi and Northern Mississippi.
When we left the movie show, the future wasn't bright. But later on, the show was on, and I don't want to say good morning.
We'll say good morning.
Good morning.
Rainbows are shining through.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Bonjour.
Monsieur.
Buenos dias.
Muchas frias.
Buongiorno.
Artizano.
Good morning. Good morning.
We talked the whole night through. Good morning. Good morning to you. Well, now the first thing we have to do on this picture is... Wait a minute. I can do it. What about Lina?
Lina.
Can't sing, she can't act, she can't dance. A triple threat. Wait a minute, I'm about to be absolutely brilliant. Kathy, come here. Sing. Now, Dawn, keep your eyes riveted on my face. Watch my mouth.
Good morning. We've talked the whole night through.
Well, convincing?
Enchanting. Why?
Don't you get it? Use Kathy's voice. Lina just moves her mouth and Kathy's voice comes out singing and talking for her.
That's wonderful.
No, I can't let you do it, Kathy.
Why not?
You wouldn't be seen. You'd be throwing away your own career.
It has nothing to do with my career, and it's only for one picture. The important thing now is to save the Dueling Cavalier. Save Lockwood and Lamont.
Yeah,
Well, only if it's for this one picture. Do you think you'll get by?
Of course it will.
Sure, and it's simple to work the numbers. All you have to do is answer on Lina and teach her how to bow.
We'll go to RF in the morning and we'll spring it on him.
Well, it's 3 a.m. in the morning. I'm up to my bedtime. I best be going.
I'll take you home.
Gotta take care of that throat. You're a big singing star now, remember? This California dew is a little heavier than usual.
Really? Because where I'm sitting, the sun's shining all over the place. Good night.
Good night.
I'm Sam, can you roll playback for Would You? Now, watch her, Kathy.
Rolling.
And would you dare to say, let's do the same as they? I
Just a test this time, Kathy. This time, no vocal Sam.
Ready.
Action. How's it look, Sam?
Great. It's gonna work. It's gonna work.
Sure.
I can't wait till this picture's finished. Then no more secrecy. I'm gonna let Lina know. Let everyone know.
Your fans will be bitterly disappointed.
From now on, there's only one fan that I'm worried about.
There!
Oh!
What'd I tell you, Lina?
Oh, Dawn! Thanks, Zelda, you're a real pal.
Now, Lina.
I want that girl off the lot at once! She's not gonna be my voice! Zelda here told me everything!
Thanks, Zelda. You're a real pal.
Anytime, Don. Now look, Miss Lamont, Don and I happened.
Dawn! Dawn! Don't you call him Dawn! I was calling him Dawn before you were born!
I happen to be in love with her.
That's ridiculous! Everyone knows you're in love with me!
Now, Lina, try to understand this. I'm going to marry her.
I'll put a stop to that! I'm going right up and see her now!
You're a little too late, Lina. We're going to get this picture finished. And if this were weren't in the picture, he'd be finished too.
As far as I can see, she's the only one who's finished! Who will ever hear of her?
Everybody. She nearly still beautiful girl. And she's getting the second lead in her next movie.
She is?
And she's getting full screen credit for dubbing your voice.
What? You mean it's gonna stay on the screen and I'll sing and talk myself?
Of course. What do you think?
They can't do that!
It's already done.
But no one knows about it yet.
They will. There's a whole publicity campaign being planned.
They can't make a fool out of Lina Lamont! What do they think I am, dumb or something? Why? I make more money than Calvin Coolidge put together! What's wrong with me? Why doesn't he kiss me? He has a chance for a romance. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with him? We should be out dancing. I'm hot to trot. He'd rather not. What's wrong with him?
You never. That Selden girl is great, no matter what Lina says. When the picture is released, I'm going to give her a big build-up. How much is there left to do?
We're still trying to crack the big production number, boss.
Tap dancing! Huh? We gotta have tap dancing!
We can't have tap dancing. The picture takes place during the French Revolution.
How's this? We throw a modern section into the picture. The hero's a young Broadway hoofer, right?
Right,
He sings and dances, right?
right.
One night backstage, he's reading A Tale of Two Cities. See? A sandbag falls on his head, and voila, he dreams back in the French Revolution.
Right? Sensational!
Excuse me, Cosmo, but how are you going to do that?
Close your eyes. Close your eyes and imagine this.
Look round to old Broadway. You've got to clown on Broadway. Your troubles there are out of style, for Broadway always wears a smile. Wicked hearts beat quicker there. A million lights, they flicker there. No clouds of gray on that great white way. That's the Broadway melody. Gotta dance, 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 Broadway rhythm, it's got me. Everybody dance. Broadway rhythm, it's got me. Everybody dance. And all the great white way in each and every cafe. Work at it, just clear, taking your breath away with the Broadway rhythm, it's got me. Everybody sing and dance. Broadway rhythm. Broadway rhythm. When I hear that happy beat, feel like dancing down the street. That Broadway rhythm, riding, beating rhythm. Gotta dance, gotta dance, gotta dance, gotta dance. Broadway rhythm, it's got me. Everybody dance. Broadway rhythm, it's got me. Everybody dance. Out on the great Broadway in each and every cafe, your hands display, taking your breath away with the Broadway rhythm. Broadway rhythm. Broadway rhythm, it's got me. Everybody sing and dance.
Now, boss, just imagine that, except with Don and Cat.
It's a little hard to imagine. Can you tell it to me again?
This is Dora Baby reporting live at the premiere at Monumental Pictures, The Dancing Cavalier. Once again, we reunite with those immortal screen lovers, John Lockwood and Lina Lamont, in their first all-talking, all-singing, all-dancing musical romance. It is an event that will go down into cinema history.
Lina, you're fabulous. You sing as well as Kathy Zelda.
Yeah, and I'm going to for a long time.
Hey, what do you mean?
I mean, she's going to keep right on doubling for me.
We only did this to save us one picture.
That's what you think.
Now look, you boa constrictor. Don't get any fancy ideas about the future. Tell her,
Never mind, Doris. Listen to the fools out there. It's for me. For Lina Lamont. Wait till the money starts rolling in.
She's got something there. It's a gold mine. You got no choice. Part of the choice is mine, Miss Lamont.
You got a 5-year contract, honey.
Just a minute, Lina.
Speech. Come on, speech. A speech? Yeah? Well, everyone is always making speeches for me. Well, tonight, for the first time, I'm going to do my own talking. I'm going to make a speech.
Lina, don't.
no, Ross. It's Lina's big night, and she's entitled to do the proper. Right?
You're done. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't tell you how thrilled we are at your reception of The Dancing Cavalier, our first musical picture together. If we put a little joy into your humdrum lives, it makes us feel as if all our hard work wasn't in vain for nothing. Bless you all! Hey, you didn't sound that way in picture. Come to talk, Lina, sing. Yeah,
Alright, I got an idea.
what are you gonna do? Tell him I got a cold, a frog or something.
You gotta do it, Kathy.
You mean shove me back to the marquee singing, and I'll be out front making with the mouth like in the picture.
That's it.
I'll never do it. She's gotta do it.
Of course she's got to do it. She's got to borrow her contract. Get over to the microphone, Miss Sullivan.
You heard him, Kathy. Do it.
All right, I'll do it, Dawn, but I never want to see you again. Honor of the screen. Well, unless somebody's getting some sense around here.
Miss Lamont, what are you going to sing?
What you?
Miss Lamont, what key?
See?
Kathy, ladies and gentlemen, stop that girl. The girl running up the aisle. That's the girl whose voice and love tonight. That's the real star of the picture. Kathy Zelda.